to take the time to say thank you for everyone's participation. 2020 has been a year, right? You know, we're moving to 2021 now, but 2020 has been a challenging year. Despite NAAAH HR Chicago chapter has been great in delivering programs and helping you through the pandemic and with career development, right? And kind of guiding some conversations around what was going on at that time. And we'll talk about 2020 programming, but first and foremost, I want us to kind of share who we are, okay? And we're going to utilize this chat box. Today is going to be a very engaging and interactive meeting, okay? So first and foremost, introduce yourselves by chat if you can. Just shoot your name, maybe where you work, that would be a good thing, or what career you're in, and maybe your LinkedIn profile, kind of share together. I'd be the first one to say that in my career, I am in transition, and I'm not afraid to say that. So if there's some opportunities in career development, talent development, and also diversity and inclusion, please let me know. And along with anything else, we are going to have some opportunities later on today that we can share job opportunities, because that's what we're all about, sharing job opportunities for the development of HR practitioners. So let me see that chat box that we're saying who we are. All right, thank you. All right, we got some good people. All right, cool. And if you want to share your LinkedIn profile, please do so as well. So as you know, NAAAH HR is all about career development. And what we try our best to do is deliver programs that will propel you in your career and kind of guide you to the next level. We also offer resources and also great networking, like the opportunity on today. So I'm going to ask one of our VPs to put our national website link in the chat box, and also our Chicago chapter link inside the chat box. So if you care to know any more about NAAAH HR nationally and or on the chapter level, you can hit those links to do so. Okay. So I want to kind of talk about 2020 year. So give me a thumbs up if you attended any activities in the 2020 year. Any thumbs up do I see? So last year, we really focused on a couple of things. I'm going to highlight a couple of programs on last year, and I'm going to stop and I want your feedback after that, okay? So we really kind of started about health, mental health, and first aid, led by our EAC member, Dr. Iris Davis, how to really kind of keep your mental health during a pandemic. We also talk about the times are changing, right? We were in the middle of a pandemic and how we were going to leverage our ERGs to help us through, and how to have strategic vision to work through a pandemic at a manager level. We also kind of talked about making sure that we understand the code switching and how we get at work, and we may change who we are a little bit to modify the culture, but is that really bringing your whole self to work? And Kelly was a moderator on that program, okay? And I think that program really went well. And Ken Pace helped us with the opportunity of talking to police officers around how to handle a intense situation, that we're not reverting to murder and killing. This is when George Floyd was murdered. And we had a conversation with that. So we were really on point with what was going on in the world at the time. And we also have our corporate sponsor, which is Locked In Companies, to talk about talent and culture. How are we securing talent in this crazy pandemic, and what to look for in securing talent and retention for our companies down the line. So I'm gonna stop here, and I want people to kind of tell me if they attend the program and what do you get out of it, okay? Again, this is gonna be interactive. So I'm gonna stop here. For any of those people who attended the 2020 programming, give us your feedback. What did you learn? And I'll call on a few people because I know few people attended 2020 programming. So let me call on Kim. And I know Kim, yeah, I'm gonna call on you, Kim. How did you enjoy the programming for 2020? What are some things that you see? Or if you want to talk about the programming you led, you can do that too.
Um, it was really more interactive. This is really my first year being active with NAAAH HR. Um, as far as the actual event where I sat on the panel, it was very refreshing to know because there were a couple of officers on that panel. I think it was a little bit refreshing because of the relationship that the uh, police community has with citizens as it is today. Knowing that there are, still some good officers. So I thought it was refreshing that we all came together to actually try to talk some things out from a professional standpoint and not just what we see in the media.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Kim. Let's talk about code switching for a minute since our moderator is on the line. If you can give our participants a short summary of the code switch conversation, just a little bit, Kelly.
Yeah, we talked about the differences between being comfortable in, your skin, both in and out of the workplace, and what's appropriate in terms of professionalism, what the standards are, and then how do you navigate a corporate environment in an era where like business casual is in, but each culture has its norm. So how do you figure that out? What's the value in trying to fit in? Should you try to fit in? What's the risk of not fitting in? And so code switch is simply, we discovered we all switch up our style depending on the audience. And it might be good to be situational, to be successful. Some people choose not to. What you see is what you get, and that's fine too. We just talked about the limitations around that. Verbiage, hair, makeup, clothes, jewelry, etc.
Good, good. Thank you. Any more feedback from 2020? All right. So let's advance the slide, Eric. Thank you. All right. So for 2021, there are three things that I really want to focus on. One is leadership development, being able to really think more agile and work with the business, right? Really understanding the business and process improvement, being able to really understand how to kind of get down to the root cause analysis and work your way up. And there's a couple of programs that we're going to be doing, but we're going to concentrate also on some certifications like your yellow belt and your green belt and your black belt certification. So that's something that I'm looking to offer NAAAH HR practitioners moving forward for 2021. Also career development. That's all that we're about, career development and making sure that you are setting your goals and obtaining your goals and kind of walking you through that process. And at the same time, making sure that you're branding yourself appropriately, you're networking appropriately, right? And you're making sure that you're able to speak to the skill sets that's going to get you to the next level. With that being said, we're also looking for HR certifications, and we are concentrating in SHRM certifications. We have attempted this a couple of times through NAAAH HR, but we are going to have a solid program moving forward through 2021 to obtain your SHRM CP. Okay, so those are the three goals that I am concentrating, well, the team and I are concentrating on moving forward for 2021. Now, again, there's going to be some questions. If you have a question, please feel free to stop and let me know if you have any questions. Carlotta, did you have a question?
I actually wanted to mention something. So for the SHRM exam, I wanted to encourage others to apply for SHRM's grant. I did that last year and I received the grant from SHRM to cover the cost of the exam and the study material. So the application has opened up for the first award year. So I would encourage others to go ahead and apply.
Thank you. We appreciate that. All right. So what we're going to do is a short poll now. And I want to get a gauge for the audience. So we're going to ask how many people of the group are members. Please describe what level you are. Also make sure, let's know what profession you're currently working into and your view about the SHRM certification, how many people are interested. So there are some poll questions there that you can answer so we can kind of get a gauge from the audience. Okay, you guys are ready? Let's move forward with the poll questions. So we're going to give you about a couple of minutes to answer these poll questions. And when the answers come up, then we'll kind of go through these answers. Okay. You guys see the poll questions? Okay, cool. Joseph, nice to see you, sir. Thank you.
Oh, we got 10 out of 13 that's voted.
Okay. All right, let's see what these results are.
Okay, share results.
Okay, good. All right, so we see 40% are members. That's a very good thing. That's 60% aren't. 6 of us aren't. So Makoya Fair is our VP of membership. She has a segment that she is going to talk about our membership in our prospective membership meeting. Membership has its perks, so I won't steal her thunder, but I would like for you to really hear what she has to say and attend our prospective membership meeting, which is on the 26th of this month. Question number 2, as we see, we have a couple, well, one person is an HR beginner, 7 are emerging leaders, and then we have 3 that are executives. That's great. That's great. You know, as we speak to our emerging leaders, again, we're all about career development, and we're going to kind of design a program to obtain our goals, right? And kind of go through that, and also talk about leadership development. How can we get to the next level? Our executives, we are looking to work with Chiros and being able to do a fireside conversation with our Chiros to find out how to get to the next level if you're an executive and get to that Chiro level. So I think that would be really good too. So welcome to our executives. All right, we have 40% who are interested in the SHRM test preparation course. So that's great. We're on track with that. If there's other people, so there's 6 people who are not looking to be SHRM CP'd, or is there another certification, or are there any other certification that you think about, please put that into the chat box. All right. And we see the majority of our people, looks like we have 30% at the director level, and then a few generalists, coordinators, recruiters. Yay, I'm a recruiter, and HR consultants and HR officers. Great, great. This is some good information to move forward with. Okay, great. So what I'm going to do next is have the opportunity for you to hear from our executive leadership team. I am so honored to have this great team. They are just wonderful and awesome. And I'm gonna let them introduce themselves, starting with Tracy Delgado for external partners. So Tracy, the floor is yours, ma'am.
Thank you, Roderick. My name is Tracy Delgado. I'm the VP of External Affairs or Partners for NAAAHR. I've been in the talent management space for longer than what I care to admit, for about 15 years now. And I'm so excited to be a part of NAAAHR. I've been a member for about 1.5 years now, and I've been in this particular leadership role for about a few months now. The goal of the External Partners Committee is to build strategic alliances with external entities. Our goal is to forge relationships, partnerships, and networks between NAAAHR and our broader HR community and our business community. In addition, we aim to increase awareness of the value of NAAAHR among senior level HR professionals and executives in the Chicagoland area and bring them into the organization. With that, we hope to gain new corporate sponsorships and again, build those strategic alliances with them. Currently, we're a mighty team of 2, so it's me and Lewis Waller, and we're looking to expand this team. So if you're interested in getting more involved in NAAAHR, consider joining this and other committees. To learn more about this committee, you can, I think there's some information in the chat box, I think it is, that you put in there, Eric. You can just click there and contact us, and we'll be happy to share more information with you. Thank you. So next, I'd like to introduce Marcoya Fair. Marcoya?
No, Eric will go next.
I'm sorry, Eric.
No, it's okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. I mean,
Eric.
no, it's all good. Hey everyone, my name is Eric B. Horn and I am the VP of Communication and Branding for NAAAHR. My overall duties and the duties of my committee is to promote all of the NAAAHR initiatives, from the events that we throw, from internal and external communication. Now in 2020, since we had to shift through the overall pandemic, we had to shift our whole model to virtual events. So the main purpose was to promote those overall events. We also recorded a couple of podcast episodes just to see if people would take to it. And then at the end of the year, we designed a end of the year presentation. So we're going to do that more in 2021. But one of the things that I want to push for NAAAHR from the communications perspective is to increase the overall content. There's a ton of wealth when it comes to the HR community, specifically the African-American HR community. And what I want to task myself and my team to do is to tell those stories, tell the professional stories, and also highlight the knowledge and the insight that this organization has as a whole. There are a lot of hidden gems, a lot of hidden jewels, and a lot of people with a wealth of information. And we need to start capturing that information and pushing that out, not only for our members, but also for the community as a whole. So one of the couple of tasks that we're going to try to do, not try to, that we are going to do, is increase our overall communication. So we're going to implement a Voice of HR digital newsletter that's going to come out twice a month. Not only this digital newsletter is going to have, once again, our events and our other initiatives, but interviews, short tips, and things of that nature. Just an overall wealth of content that can, empower you as a HR professional. Even though Jasmine has a slew of great events, sometimes you need that bite-sized piece of content that you can take with you to keep you moving in the right direction. And that's some of the things that I would want to task. Also, we want to dive a little bit more into the Voice of HR podcast. We got a lot of great feedback, so we're going to continue to push with that initiative in 2021. And also just showcase members' accomplishments. We are a community, and that's one thing that we really didn't do last year. Just highlight the wins of the HR community and within this organization. So we're going to focus on that also, thus increasing the overall visibility of the chapter and the overall community as a whole. So if you wanted to join my committee, and I hope you do, please feel free to shoot me an email at eric.horn@NAAAHR Chicago. Thank you guys for your time. And if you did have any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer them. But now, I have the pleasure of introducing the VP of Membership, Marcoya Fair. Take it away, Marcoya.
Hi, everybody. I'm Marcoya Fair, VP of Membership. So basically, I like to think of my committee as basically having two parts to it. The first part, I look at it as basically recruiting and acquiring new members to the organization, which is usually done through utilizing social media, the informationals, the prospective member informationals that are held twice a month. And then just word of mouth, just people that people you work with, just letting them know who we are and things of that nature. So that's one piece of being a part of the membership committee. And then also the second piece is the engagement piece, which is very important with kind of building that sense of community with the organization and the members. I know for me, networking was one of the big pieces that was very important to me of why I wanted to actually join NAAAHR. So I definitely know that's a pretty big piece for quite a few others. So creating that sense of community and having engagement events is definitely another part of my committee. So like I said, having quarterly engagement events, which includes just kind of networking, having a good time and socializing with either people from our chapter specifically, or occasionally we'll have other chapters kind of join in, since we've had this virtual situation as of recently. So that's been pretty fun and a great way to expand your network, not only with HR professionals locally, but some across borders, across the nation. In addition to that, we have our mentoring program, which was launched last year, which has been going great as well. So that's another way of kind of building that sense of community, whether you are a mentor or a mentee, or whether you're building relationships with fellow peers. So basically, like I said, there are two parts to my committee, the recruiting piece and the engagement piece. And definitely feel free to join. Right now, I have a committee of about 5 people. We're a pretty fun committee, and we have meetings where we get to catch up, and then also just think of great ideas of how we can bring new people into the organization, and then also engage the ones that we have. So definitely feel free. I actually shared the link for you to sign up to join a committee in the chat box. I'll share it again for you to go in there. And if you have any questions about what happens on my committee or any others, definitely feel free to reach out. My email address is on the slide right there. And I look forward to talking to you all again eventually. So now I would like to, I think it's Ursula on the call. I don't think she joined yet. All right, so I'd like to introduce you to the VP of Programming, Jasmine Guy.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am thrilled to be here today, and I am thrilled to jumpstart 2021 with each and every one of you. Professional development is something close and dear to my heart. I think that more people need to be proactive about their professional development, their careers. And if you don't take in charge of your career, own it, and have a plan for it, who will? And so the first step is joining organizations like NAAAHR Chicago. And then the next step after that is coming up with a career plan, and then actually being proactive about your plan. And so we're going to partner with you this year as we make this our focus. I know so many people are saying 2020 is my year. 2020 is my year. Well, we're going to reclaim it. 2021 is our year. I'm off to a good start. So I'm claiming it for everyone. And so the theme for 2021 is accelerate your career, the year of making it happen. And we're going to all make it happen. We're going to all work together to make it happen. So to kick off 2021, we're going to start off with making that career map. And we're going to talk about this throughout the year. And so that's going to be a 4-part series. We were born to slay, a career goal setting series that we're going to do throughout the year. We're going to have programs at different levels. So I don't want people to think so our programs are just going to be for HR beginners, or they're just going to be for individual contributing at all levels, which is truly, truly important. But it's going to give us a chance to think holistically about our career. So there are people who maybe right now you're an individual contributor, but you want to be a leader, and you may not know what are the things you need to do in order to become a leader. Well, we're going to have training and development programs to help you. We're going to actually identify speakers that are going to come in, and you're going to learn from them. Because sometimes we're wondering, well, how did that person get there? Like, what is their story? What did they do to get there? And we have all taken different paths, but it's very good just to hear from other people and their perspectives on how they've gotten there. And so we're going to focus in on that too. And one of the ways you can get there is through a mentor. So we have a phenomenal mentoring program we soar together. And so we are going to really highlight and promote that mentoring program. We're going to learn about the power of mentoring. And then we're going to also learn how to be good mentees, right? So it's one thing for us to have good mentors and they pour into us, but as mentees, we have to also reciprocate, and we're going to learn a lot of just really high, holistically giving you a snapshot. We're going to also talk about things like emotional intelligence. I want to talk about, getting 360 feedbacks and hiring a coach.
Hello? Hello?
It looks like Jasmine's on mute.
Hello?
Yes, she is.
Hello?
Jasmine, you're on mute.
Someone muted me and they unmuted, I guess, that person. Okay, here we go. So I don't know what you all did not hear. Okay, I was on the road. I don't know what we didn't hear. So we're going to provide this in a different a variety of mediums, right? So beyond just Zoom, we're going to also do this through social media. So please connect with us on social media. I saw Markoya dropped our social media handles in the chat box. On social media, we're going to provide lots of tips that will help you with your professional development. So sometimes we just need those quick tip bites. We're going to do that. In addition to that, we're going to have so many pearls of wisdom shared on our podcast. So that's a way to connect with us. We're going to also have great PD opportunities for you in our newsletter. And so we're going to have all those different ways to connect, to learn, and to go excited about 2021 and all that it's going to bring for this organization without the help of my team. And I have a mighty and dynamic team, and I just want to thank them. So I see Kimberly Pace is here, and she is present. Joyce Butts, as well as Jennifer Perkins. If anyone is excited about professional development and would like to roll up their sleeves and assist us,
You froze.
we would love for you to join our to present at some of
Yeah, I think she froze up.
these programs, or speak on a podcast, or write coming up with some of those tips for social media. Please, about what we make it, right? We have to own our organization. We have to own our careers. And how we do that is that we roll up our sleeves and we're active. So again, I am excited about 2021. We're going to accelerate our careers. This is the year of yes. This is our year, and we're going to make it happen, even in the midst of a pandemic. So thank you, and I look forward for your participation.
All right. Thank you, Jasmine. Jasmine got me excited. Thank you, Jasmine.
Yes,
All
she
right.
did.
Yeah, I'm renewed now. But I really wanted to have an opportunity for our petitioners to speak. Oh, our committee members. So if you are on a committee, I would like for you to kind of talk about your experience. I think we have Lewis on the call. So Lewis, I know you're working under external affairs. Is that correct? Lewis, are you on the line?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, great. We'll hear from you for a couple of minutes, Lewis.
Oh, yes. Well, I've been involved with NAAAH HR for about 4 months now. So I would agree with everyone just in terms of the professional networking and also too for the career development and also to just to kind of get involved with the organization. I love developing relationships and working with different people. So definitely thought the External Affairs Committee was a perfect opportunity to do that. And with Tracy, you know, we're a two-man team now, but, you know, we are putting out some communication there to build our team. And I do see that we've gotten some responses. So we're excited to get other people involved and, you know, just start to grow the committee.
That's
Great.
awesome.
Thank you, Lewis.
Yes, I just wanted to
Go ahead.
mention, just as Lewis is just a perfect example of how even a new member, you know, because Lewis is fairly new, got on board right away and got connected to a committee and just really put his thumbprint on the external partners committee and has really come up with some great ideas and is already executing. So thank you, Lewis.
Of course, thank you.
Do we have any other committee members that would care to speak that is on the line right now? I'm looking at one particular, but you know, I already called her out earlier today. Anybody else would like to speak if they are a current committee member? Okay. If not, Kimberly, do you have anything you want to add to?
Roderick on my tail this evening.
I know, man.
But it's okay. It's all good. I am a part of the professional development committee, working with Jasmine Guy. So we are on a roll. We've been talking. We've been coming together, really bouncing back ideas. So I'm excited about 21 and moving forward and continuing to work and develop and network and get to know everybody.
All right. All right. Thank you, Kimberly. As you see, there's one more poll. And this is a little bit after what I spoke to earlier today about our 3 different areas. I failed to mention earlier that we are going to do a diversity conference in October. So I'm looking forward to an opportunity to hear your feedback. So here's the poll. Select the events you're most interested in which the NAAAH Chicago chapter shall host in 2021. Jasmine did a great job with explaining our programs for 2021 and what we're going to be doing. I just want a little bit of insight on the 3 things here, which says diversity inclusion training / conference, career development, and leadership development. So if you can kind of give me a little bit of your summary about those, your feelings about those, I'd be greatly appreciated. We're getting all this data today. We'll give about 2 minutes and then we'll close the poll down. Okay, we can close the poll down. All right, this is good to know. All right, career development. So we are trending in a line correctly as far as career development. Our second thing is our diversity and inclusion conference. So we see that we have a good response to that, at least 45%. So we are going to move forward with some aspects of diversity and inclusion training in a conference. We hope to do this in the month of October. And Six Sigma. Yeah, we're looking to do that this year as well. So I'm glad to see that we have some good responses in that. Before we close, I want to get a chance to hear from anyone else in regards to what their expectations are for 2021 for NAAAH HR, or if you're new and you don't know anything about NAAAH HR, and what can we provide for you now? So this is the town hall. This is engaging in interactive, and we want to hear from you. So those people who have not spoke yet, we would love to hear from you around any thing that you're looking for, any training or development certification that you may be looking for 2021. This is your time to speak.
Hey, Roderick, this is Aries. Hello,
Yes,
everyone.
ma'am. Hey, Aries.
Hey,
We talked about you earlier today.
the EAC had a few challenges getting in. So on
Okay.
behalf of the Executive Advisory Council, I just want to acknowledge the work from the ELC and team. But I don't know if you mentioned anything about the forthcoming NAAAH HR National Conference.
Not yet, but I was going to end with that, but please take it away.
A few of us, I don't have the dates in front of me right now. I'm on my phone, so I don't have access to it. But a few of us from the Chicago chapter will be presenting and representing the organization. So you'll see forthcoming marketing on behalf of NAAAH, our Chicago chapter, for the national conference. It will be virtual. Some of the speakers will be on site. It will also be recorded. It's towards the end of February, if I'm not mistaken. If anyone can just drop that in the chat. But we would love for you to participate. It's the first of its kind. It's actually we pushed the last year's 20th anniversary celebration to this year in honor of Black History Month. We chose February. So you'll see some exciting outcomes in this coming national conference, but just stay tuned, more to come.
Yeah, so we'll send that announcement out. It is February 4th, 5th, and 6th, and we'll send the announcement out. We have sent that out once already last week, but we'll keep on sending out that announcement until the day it comes. We also nationally have a career fair in the month of June, and that will be a virtual career fair. So we look forward to your participation in our national virtual career fair, and we will send out the advertisement for that as well. Do we have any other Executive Advisory Council members on the line right now?
Muriel is here. Hello, everyone.
Hey, Muriel. Any others? So, Muriel, would you like to tell the participants who you are?
I am Muriel Orendorff. I am a member of the EAC along with Aries, and I'll let the other EAC members introduce themselves. And I have been a member of NAAAHR for over 20 years and a past president.
Great. Any other EAC members? Okay. All right. So we thank you for Aries, Dr. Aries Davis, and also Mary Orendorff, two past presidents of NAAAHR. Yeah, there he is. Our conference. Okay. So we actually will send out the advertisement for that through all of the links as well. All right. So do we have anyone else who has anything that they want to elaborate on for 2021? Any expectations for 2021 before we end our town hall?
Roderick, this is you. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Roderick and team, do you mind mentioning John Gable, some of the other, Tanya Hinton, some of the other EAC members?
Sure, absolutely. So our executive advisory team, you heard from Dr. Aries Davis and also Mary Orendorff, but we also have John Gable for our EAC, our past president immediate, which is Felicia Foster. We have Tanya Burks Hinton. We also have Meredith Morales and Troy McIntosh. And just to kind of give you where they work and who they are, Troy McIntosh is the Director of Diversity and Inclusion for U.S. Cellular. Meredith Morales works on the Diversity and Inclusion team for LinkedIn. Felicia Foster is over Diversity and Inclusion for BMO. And Tanya Burks is an entrepreneur for DS Global. Thank you, Aries.
Roderick, this is Muriel. I got on late, and I apologize for that. As Aries mentioned, we had a couple of challenges. But did we talk about the program? I know we talked about some themes. Did we talk about how often we were going to do programming, or what the cadence of programming would be for us for this year?
We did, yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. Could you share that with me one more time?
So I'll let Jasmine go and give you that summary. So Jasmine, can you give Muriel the summary?
Or
Sure.
just an abbreviated version.
Sure. The short version is that we are going to do programming in a number of different ways. One way being through the traditional programming through Zoom. Another way is going to be through our newsletter, as well as through our podcast and social media. We will have at least one Zoom program per month. There are going to be some months where we're going to have more programs, but at minimum, we'll have at least one live program a month.
That sounds wonderful. Thank you.
All right. Do we have any other questions? All right. So our website is in the chat box, our national website, and also our Chicago local website. And I want to make sure that you guys saw the newsletter. Did you guys see the wonderful newsletter that our communications and branding team did?
I did.
Yes. So accolades to Eric B. Horn and his team for the great newsletter that they did. I really want to make sure that we give them their props. They did such a great job getting information out, and we're going to do that. I believe it's every quarter. Eric, correct me if I'm wrong. They were going to send out this newsletter to our HR participants and members. Is that correct?
Yeah, the format that we sent out at the end of the year, that will happen every quarter, so we can kind of see the progression throughout the year. So every quarter, something like that will come out.
Yes, such a great job, Eric. And again, with McCoy, when her prospective member meeting is the 26th, correct, of this month, and she's done a great job through that. So we really give accolades to Makoya for leading that charge. Man, that 2021 catalog of events and programs is awesome. Do you guys agree? Give me some thumbs up. So Jasmine and her team are doing a great job with that, and we really appreciate that. And also Tracy is on the cusp of really working with more executives and making sure that we have sponsorship dollars along with Lewis. So we really give accolades to all of the team. I want to make sure that Ursula is not on the call just yet before I end the call. Ursula, have you joined the call? Okay. I think I have covered everything at this point. So again, if I don't have any feedback from our participants, I'll give you one second. Any more feedback from our callers or our participants? If not, I thank you so much for everyone for attending our town hall for January. As Jasmine has mentioned, our next meeting will be on the 8th of February. That will be slaying your goals. So we look forward to working with you through your career goals. Thank you again, and we look forward to seeing you then. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Have a good one, guys.
Bye, everyone.
Have a good one.
Take care.